Hello, my friends, and hello, my people. I hope you're having a happy Sabbath day Sunday, and I hope you went to church. Welcome to the Doug TeNapel channel. I'm Doug TeNapel, and we're here in Exile. And today I just thought, gonna preach. I'm bringing the word with me. Of course, there's a lot of rules that come with that. I'm not a minister of any kind. I'm just a normal guy. I read the Bible, and the interpretation of this and application of this is 100% my opinion, which should not be valued more than the word itself that I'm going to read ever. Those are the rules. This is about the never Trumper voter.
Very important that we as Christians vote.
Because so many of my self-righteous Christian, they're all, we're above this Democrat and Republican fight. Oh, we're above both sides. And they're saying they should not dare dirty themselves with a Kamala or a Trump vote. But really what they mean is just a Trump vote.
And I know some would say, well, Christians shouldn't get involved in politics. And after all, we're citizens of heaven and we should be in the world, but not of the world. Well, it's true that we're citizens of heaven, but we're also Christians on earth.
And they also mean to impugn your character for voting for Trump. And that's what I'm here to defend using the story of the Good Samaritan. This is found, and I'm reading from the NIV just to make sure that I make everyone angry. Here's Luke 20:29. But this guy, he wanted to justify himself. So he asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? When Jesus said to love your neighbor. So remember, he's trying to say like, I love my neighbor. And Jesus goes, no, you don't love your neighbor. This is what love your neighbor means. And he reads him, the Good Samaritan. In reply, Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he fell into the hands of robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest named David French happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed him on the other side and said, you're deplorable. So too, a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, he passed on the other side of the road. But a Samaritan, a filthy, unclean, deplorable Christian nationalist Samaritan, as he traveled, he probably said coarse jokes about Puerto Rico, came where the man was. And when he saw him, he took pity on him, and he went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. And then he put the man on his own donkey, took him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day, he took out 2 silver coins and gave them to the innkeeper. Look after him, he said, and when I return, I will reimburse you for the extra expense, any extra expense you may have. By the way, Trump has literally done this to poor people out of his own pockets in private. The story is leaked out. Which of these 3 do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers? The expert on the law replied, the one who had mercy on him. And Jesus told him, go and do likewise. Now, we are created before the earth to perform good works. I believe that's in Ephesians. And so what is it a good work to vote? That's my first question. For those who abstain their vote or threw their vote away on a third-party candidate, are you really doing the good work when the Democrat Party is, as you know, expanding and grinding out children? Now, these Christians who are liars, they'll tell you Trump said it went back to the state, Roe did. Therefore, it doesn't matter. The abortion thing is moot. It's not moot. Planned Parenthood will tell you exactly who to vote for and who not to. They said, don't vote for Trump, that he will take away a woman's right to choose. Every Democrat knows it. Only the really dumb non-Trumper evangelicals don't understand what they're doing.
And Jesus told us to be salt and light in our culture. So how do we do that? Well, we're light, according to Jesus, when we let our light so shine before men that they may see our good works and give glory to our Father in heaven. And we're salt when we stop the spread of evil to the best of our ability. So we need to pray, we need to proclaim the gospel, and we also need to vote.
By the way, on your non-vote, just ask any baby killer at Planned Parenthood. Ask them, should I vote for Trump or should I vote third party, do a write-in or abstain? Planned Parenthood will tell you, every single person, well, if you're not going to vote for Trump, right? If you're not going to vote for Kamala Harris, of course it's better to write in a third party or to not vote. See that? They want you to throw away the vote. When Sauron tells you to do something, disobey it. How about that for a start? So the evil people told you one side and the other side, and you fell for it because you thought that voting was not a good work. You thought that protecting free speech was not very good. You might even be one of those people that during the Civil War, both sides voted and some voted for slavery using the Bible and some voted against slavery using the Bible. You might be one of those people that say, you know, you can vote for owning another human being, have the state endorse that or leave it to a state's issue. And that's okay. That is moral. Maybe that's where your values come from. But I think you might have missed a bigger application. Anyways, the big thing with that Good Samaritan verse that I brought up is, I think what it implies is that you may be a filthy, dirty, unclean Samaritan who were pagans, but the priests that walked past a truly broken man who was robbed, it doesn't matter what his religion is, if you don't perform that good work, then you have not done good by God's standards. You have not loved your neighbor. And Jesus even said, we have not done to the least of these, you have not done to me. So we're not allowed to sit back, be neutral, not participate in the state, not participate in government. It is not that God wanted to overthrow a government with a bunch of Christians. That's not the teaching of this verse, I'm pretty sure. But the idea that you would not participate just because, frankly, it's because you're a sucker and you believed what woke pagans, Moloch worshiping pagans tricked you into doing. And that's why you don't have to love Trump. A lot of people voted for him that didn't love him, but he is clearly going to help the Christian and morality, probably entirely by accident.
Because the Bible says, when godly people rule, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people groan. You know, we who are Christians and conservative have been insulted quite a bit recently by the left. They think our women are stupid and weak. They think our men are cavemen. They call us terrorists, Nazis, and fascists. They call us deplorables and outright garbage. They want to abort our babies up to 9 months, and they want to mutilate our children. They support nations that back terrorism, like Iran, and want to pull some of our support from our longtime ally, Israel. They can't define what a woman is. They want to redefine the family. They incentivize criminals and ignore the victims.
I'm Doug in exile.